Hi there. Hey, Dead Bomb, you're the first one in. Welcome. This is the Call to Cinema, and I am doing a second video tonight. I started one earlier. You were here last time, right? Uh, were you here last time? But my voice went. It went on me. So I got my tea ready. If I got to get something else, I'll get something else. But I felt that I went short on my last video. We're going to be talking about the Severin stuff. We're going to be talking about the Vinegar Syndrome. Arrow has a big digital sale going on right now. We're going to talk about that. Hey there, Alan. Hey, Amy. Tea is ready, and hopefully my voice is. I'm going to try to keep it through. I felt bad about only doing an hour-long video last time around, so we are going to do it. We are going to try and definitely break that one right now. Hey, Crystal. MVD is at 80% off Arrow titles. Nice. Christine, welcome. Welcome back. Oh, yeah. I want it to be shaved out. Thank you. But I want it to be shaved out more because I have no chin. Shh, don't tell. But I guess we'll start off with, because not everybody, some people that are here may not have been here earlier. So Severin, Vinegar Syndrome, Arrow all announced the releases. The Dawn of the Dead. Oh my God, that set was announced today. Just bravissimo. And then Arrow had a Arrow Academy sale that they started, a big flash sale, and Arrow also had a digital sale. And hey Dungeon, welcome man. Normally all about the physical releases, but at a time when it's hard, sometimes hard to get out, and hard to get movies like sent your way. Now is a nice time to look into what they got there. 100%, Chris, on Initiation, 110%. Bloody Birthday is not really a slash film, but it's a good film. So yeah, definitely those two. Happy Birthday, me, even better. But Initiation, 110%. Hey, Joseph. All right. So I think I had undid my shirt when I was upstairs. I hope I didn't have it undone again on my video, my last video, because I went upstairs and I went up to just like comb my hair and stuff, wash my hands, because it's that time of day, that time you wash your hands all the time. And I looked at myself and I looked like some like sleazy flamingo dancer. So there we go. Hey Alvin, welcome. So who wasn't here in the video before, in my last video? Because I want to know what to dive into first. We got Severin, we got Vinegar Syndrome. By the way, I got to get this out there right now. If you were one of the people that missed out on the Severin, because Severin's putting out three things. Oh, so we'll start with Severin first because I guess there's more of a time limit on this one. So Severin is putting out Satan's Slave, not the one from like Vinegar Syndrome, not the Norman J. Warren one, but it's an Indonesian film from MVD Films. So think more along the lines of some kind of cool, kind of cheesy one. It was actually remade. And it's almost like a Mondo Macabre. You expect it to be a Mondo Macabre release. But awesome news. A lot of people really want that one. They're also putting out Horror on Spider Island. Horror Spider. My God, don't tell me I forgot this already. Come on, come on. Let's bring up Severin here. Nope, not with you. All right, Severin. Because there we go. Is it sorted again? Wow, okay. That'll happen fast. Spider Island, Horror Spider Island. So it's sort of the bundle, their big bundle that they do. They always do a big bundle when they announce a monthly release. They did a bundle, and it only had 100 of them initially, and it sold out immediately. Then the bundle of Spider Island, that sold out too. And I'll tell you why it sold out. Hey Dave, kind of like do a Simon Miller, that here's why type thing. I only have slightly more hair than Simon Miller. Not much, it's slightly more. Because they did this kind of spider resin, like little statue. And as cheesy and fun, it is actually a resin statue, like figure that they did. Super cheesy, but look at this. Look at that. So they had 50 copies of Horror Spider Island, Island with this and a comic book. So everybody wanted the resin statue. That sold out right away. Then they also had like the big bundle with horror Spider Island. About the horror of Spider Island, not horses of Spider Island, horror. Satan's Slave and Strange Vice of Mrs. Ward, which is the third title and the big title for me. And that had a resin statue as well. That sold out. Then they realized that they had about like 30 or 40 more. So they actually put some more into the bundles again, and like had the put a few more out there, and it sold out again. So in the time that it took me to make my tea and come down here and make this video, the resin spider statues have sold out yet again on Severin. But that being said, there is some great stuff coming up from Severin, including Strange Vice of Mrs. Ward, which is one of the premier giallos of all time, with a great freaking soundtrack. How good is the soundtrack? How good? How good is it? No, the soundtrack is so good that even if you got the Shameless DVD of Strange Vice of Mrs. Ward, well, it's pre-note, so pretty much like a bare bones thing. That's because I have accent sometimes, Alan. That's why my Canadian accent comes in there. But Strange Vice of Mrs. Ward, though a movie called The Horse of Spider Island, I would watch that. But the Strange Vice of Mrs. Ward, pretty much I think pretty much free of like any features on this Shameless release. So definitely, if you're going to get this movie, if you're a giallo collector, you want to have the Strange Vice of Mrs. Ward. Who did the music for that one? Let's look. Nora Orlandi. What am I talking? I like that, actually. And you're probably wondering, hey, who the hell is Nora Orlandi? Or are you like thinking, yes, thanks, Nora Orlandi? Well, she was a composer who did like a ton of work. So some movies that she did, and I'm going to look up here, my accent. I got a mixed, kind of weird accent. Which I think sounds totally Canadian, and people in different parts of Canada thinks sounds completely different. So wherever I go, it sounds different. So if you liked Kill Bill, so a lot of her stuff from Strange Vice of Mrs. Ward was reused in Kill Bill Volume 2. But she did like Johnny Yuma, $10,000 for a Massacre, Sweet Body Deborah, another giallo film, Double Face, which actually was put up by Arrow, I think. She did some giallo and some spaghetti westerns. That was kind of, but she's like incredible. Like she was like a pianist, like violinist, like incredible composer. And the Strange Vice of Mrs. Ward has a great soundtrack to it. So definitely pick up the soundtrack with this too. I'll get this out one of these days. Definitely pick the soundtrack with the Strange Vices of Mrs. Ward from Severin, because that is going to be one hell of a release, and it's going to be one of those soundtracks you burn it on or whatever you do to listen to music. Maybe you just use your CD player, or maybe you like put it on your iTunes after you get it. Either way, you're going to listen to it. It's going to be good. You're going to be like, thank you. I didn't know this soundtrack was good. But if you like Kill Bill 2, some music is used a lot in that. So that's the Severin releases. That's what we got coming up from Severin. 3 releases. Satan's Slave, an Indonesian film. Strange Vice of Mrs. Ward, one of the best giallos ever made, with one of the great soundtracks. Like, and I love Tenebrae. Tenebrae is a great soundtrack, but Strange Vices of Mrs. Ward, definitely up there in soundtracks. Right up there with Deep Red and Tenebrae and all those. I love this soundtrack. Now there's and of course there's the, what is Horror Spider Island? That one's, you do need that giallo. You don't have, obviously, I would have thought for sure you would have had it. It's got George Hilton in it, who acted in a lot of giallos and like spaghetti westerns, if you like spaghetti westerns. He's interviewed Edwidge Fenech, who stars in it, who's the queen of giallos. She's interviewed on it. The director, Sergio Martino's interviewed. The writer, Ernesto Gastaldi, is in it. We were just watching previously. Here you go. It's like crossover. It's like crossing streams. That sounds wrong, but here we are. Ernesto Gastaldi, who wrote The Strange Vices of Mrs. Ward, is also interviewed on that disc. It is a packed disc with interviews, good interviews. Severin, good on you for that. Good stuff on you. All right. Now, Vinegar Syndrome is also putting in stuff as well. So, Vinegar Syndrome kind of announced put soundtracks, CDs, standalones without the movies. They do. I haven't seen them do any standalones without the movies. I'm not sure. I know that Vinegar Syndrome put out some like records, but I'm not sure if they did that or if they did that or not. That was on purpose. I did that on purpose because my mind's horrible. But I don't know if they've ever done any sound. Guys, have they? I've never bought any soundtracks on their own. Usually, I buy like Severin releases with the soundtrack, just because they're so good. I mean, like one of the best features on that are out there now are soundtracks. I wish Vinegar Syndrome would dive into putting soundtrack CDs in with their in with some of their releases, because they got some good movies that have some excellent soundtracks that would be great to own. Anytime, like when I was at Bay Street Video, for instance, I when I was there, I was walking through, and I was looking at all these movies. But every time I picked up a Severin and it had a soundtrack, like I said, with soundtrack, I automatically added that to the pile of stuff that I was going to buy. And every soundtrack, every Severin that I saw there, and every one with the soundtrack, I grabbed. I just grabbed every one of them that I could. I mean, Last Cannibal, Zombie 4, Zombie 5. I got The Changeling, that's got a soundtrack as well. I love soundtracks. And, eventually when I get a new record player, I'll get that as well. You like Pigs? I got to rewatch Pigs. I actually remember liking that one. The one I wasn't so big on, that everybody loves is the Slaughter. Was it Slaughterhouse? Maybe I need to rewatch it. Everybody likes it, but I was like, not quite sure. The Buddy one. Now, Vinegar Syndrome. Vinegar Syndrome made announcements as well, and they announced 3 of the 5 May titles. So we got coming, and it's a little confusing here. So we're going to get it into the first 2 first, then we'll get into the kind of big one. Arrow Distant Children of the Corn. If you like Children of the Corn, yeah, I would say yes. I got the 88 films, like, the 3-pack, because they had a big, like, hour-and-a-half long, like, documentary on the director. Let me look it up for you. I do not mind doing that. I want to know what features are on there. So is this a... Yeah, unfortunately, Joseph, a lot of places have had to close temporarily right now. And also, the movies coming in are going to be temporarily out. It's going to take me longer to get my movies, but when May comes, and hopefully, fingers crossed, I get my Al Adamson and my April package from Vinegar Syndrome, we're going to have a lot of stuff to look at. So what's on that release? Well, we got a brand new commentary with John Sullivan of childrenofthecorn.com. That should be interesting. And another audio commentary, Harvesting Horror, The Making of Children of the Corn, was the 80s interview with Linda Hamilton, Return to Gatlin, Stephen King on a Shoestring, Welcome to Gatlin. Yes, damn, for $10, that is a good price. Yeah, a lot of them are going to be closing out for a little bit. Yeah, did you see that, Adam, with the artisan releases? Like when I showed here the other day, what was it? Blair Witch 2, where they put like the DVD on one side and the CD soundtrack on the other. Good thing about Severin is that you got your Blu-ray. On the other side, they got like this, not on the other side, the disc, but on, and the CD gets its own, it's an actual CD. What also used to kind of bug me, and Grindhouse was horrible for doing this, was you'd get the movie and you think, okay, there's a CD with it, right? So you think, okay, it's going to be kind of in there. But it wouldn't. It'd have like this, like kind of like this cardboard case or something like, and you'd have the CD in that, and I'd be like totally frustrated. They used to do that with their bonus discs as well. So did 88 Films for a couple of those things. And I was going to tell you about Vinegar Syndrome, wasn't I? So what they've announced is they got their halfway package. So Patty Hearst, the film directed by Paul Schrader, and I think William Forsythe. Don't quote me on that one. It's been a long time since I've seen the film, but I think William Forsythe is in it. So that's kind of cool there. There is the Immortalizer, which is it's cheesy fun horror. If you like cheesy horror, it's definitely that. It's definitely cheesy fun horror. And I guess the big release, the big announcement is that they have Rad coming out. And Rad is a good movie. It was done by Hal Needham. It is an '80s BMX film. Un, Unfortunately, they had like certain like issues with putting out, and like they got a great edition of it. Don't get me wrong, but they could only put out a 4K Blu-ray combo pack edition of it. So if you live in the U.S., hey JR, welcome back, man. That's going to cost you around $29.99 US. If you live in Canada, it's going to cost you around $41. So yeah, kind of pricey. But if you're a big fan of Rad, this news is, wait for the dad joke. Hello again, William. Wait for the dad joke. Wait for the dad joke. This news is pretty rad. Huh? Okay, so promise won't do that again. Yes, I will. I'm a dad. Patty Hearst is a big excitement for you. What's my favorite Hal Needham film? I don't know. I really love those Smoking the Bandit things. But there is one Hal Needham film that really stand. What is the name of that movie again? Not one that most people think of, actually. It's not Stroker Ace or Smoking the Bandit. But there was one. I saw Stroker Ace in theater, actually. Come on. I want to see your stunts. I want to see your filmography as the director. Maybe Megaforce. I love Megaforce. Don't judge me. See, if they said that was a Megaforce getting a 4K release and not Rad, I would be there. I would definitely be there. It's a drama. It's not a documentary. Because flying bikes, Barry Bostwick with the headband. Who doesn't love Megaforce? When I was a kid, I was a big comic book fan. I collected comic books right up to my like 20s. So on the back of all the comics in the day, hey B-Movie, welcome, man. Besides Pride and Murders, let me know what you think, man. That's a very different film. I actually like it. A great location footage of 42nd Street. Yeah, it's definitely like Megaforce. That's what I want. Do I have the Smokey and the Bandit? I do. Actually, I'm a huge Smokey and the Bandit fan, Alan. I got to see them all in theater when I was a kid. And I remember when it was the WB, I think, before WB closed down. It's a TV station. So basically, they did like, they used to have the Smokey and Bandit TV series. Well, kind of TV movies is what it was. And it starred, what's his name again? Scott, really blue eyes. Brian Blue. Really blue eyes. And so I bought the set that had all the TV movies on it. Oh, you might have the indicator stuff. You did buy a bunch of indicator stuff, didn't you? Now, one thing that some people, let's say you're stuck at home now and you're going through your physical releases and you want to get something aside. Say you just want to get like you want a movie. You want to say you're looking at movies to rent, stuff like that. Oh, Second Sight's an excellent label. Hold on a second. I'm going to show you Second Sight release. This is Second Sight. So this is their When a Stranger Calls release they put out. It is a, as you can see, it's a thick box release. They do incredible stuff. Yeah, I got the Outlaw collection. That's the one I got, dude. I actually got a Blu-ray too, I think, of Smoking the Bandit because I wanted to have the features from the Blu-ray. It came with a cool black case. Nice thick one. I love black cases, I really do. It had a Blu-ray with both films, When a Stranger Calls, When a Stranger Calls Again. And the CD soundtrack. Excellent films, by the way. And it even had poster. Although they haven't said there's going to be a poster in the new Dawn of the Dead, I'd be surprised if there wasn't actually. And I love this poster. I love this side actually. This is my favorite side. The original classic one. This one here, well, the Dawn of the Dead one coming out, this is definitely going to be Region 2, unless you buy the 4K. Then the UHD disc will be. But this one here is probably Region 2, I got to say. I would say it's Region 2 because, like, Scream Factory put out one of them. I should totally just look in the disc. Is the new release going to be all Region? Which one? The Dawn of the Dead? No. Dawn of the Dead they're going to have to, but Region 2. Do you tell me? Do you tell me? Do you? You don't tell me. Why yada? I'm sorry, I'm not quite sure. Did it have a book? Oh, which one? This one that I got in my hands or Dawn of the Dead? Dawn of the Dead has 2 books. It has a hardcover 150-page book, and it has the complete Dawn of the Dead novelization as well. So there are 2 books from there. See, Elvin's got 2 of them, and your releases are just like this, right? It's like Asylum and House of Drip Blood. They are these big, like, thick box ones like this, right? I'm pretty sure they are. And yeah, this one here has a book as well. This is a thinner book, of course. Like then, you know, because it's based on with some great stuff in there. It's not just pictures, by the way. There's actually text in there. I'm just like going into picture portions. And it actually has some good reading too. So I love When a Stranger Calls. It's a great movie. I love the sequel too. I may love the sequel just as much. Maybe a little more. Sometimes a little bit more. I don't know. Okay, I put you on upside down, didn't I? Nope, I didn't. Oh, good for me. Anyway, so Second Sight puts out some great stuff, so you don't have to worry about the. It's such a good movie, Christine. It's such a good movie. Dawn of the Dead is going to be a must-buy. It is one of those that if you like this movie at all, you are going to have that. The best film distributor, Vinegar Syndrome and Severin are tying for me right now. Like Second Sight is getting up there. Indicator is amazing. Like Arrow and Scream Factory are fantastic. A lot of people go with Arrow. I'm like Kubrick lover. Are you here? If out of the ones that I mentioned, he'll say Criterion, but a lot of people go with Arrow when it comes to that. I like the cheesier stuff, so I pick cheesier labels for film distributing. I love that fact. Indicator just does some great stuff. Severin's been killing it lately. Artisan's out of business, but they were a really decent distributor back in the time when they did do stuff. Yeah, I did enjoy them. I am going to dive into the realm of the digital for a second. Because a lot of you guys are, like me, are stuck at home and you can't go outside. Ever seen Slithers? I think I have actually. So Arrow Video is having a digital sale on iTunes. And how good of a digital sale is it? Well, I picked up 4 movies for $2.99 each. And every single one of them had all the extras with them. So that really surprised me. Movies that I'll probably buy like the physical releases of down the road, but for now, when I'm stuck in the house and I want to watch some, and obviously it would take a long time to get Arrow stuff over here, especially with Amazon kind of shutting down a bit. I went on there and I said, you know what? For $2.99, this is a way to check out some movies. So you know what for I bought? Can you guess? Can you? I'm in Canada. So it is different in the UK, in the US, and in Canada. There's different releases. So $2.99, JR, $2.99. So even if you're not quite sure, you can't rent a movie for $2.99. nowadays. So then I have seen this movie. It's been a while. But so I figured like I could buy these movies for $2.99, and when I want to like upgrade to the physical copy, I got them, and I can like look over the features and stuff like that. But really quickly, how do you play digital copies on Arrow with a PS4 or Apple? Well, Apple. I'd say, well, me, I got a computer hooked up to my television set. Uh, so, but yeah, you can put it through your Apple TV, or if you got an iPhone or an iPad, you can just cast it over. You can do that. You can do the whole casting thing with Apple TV as well. But here we go. I am going to read out to you all the releases really quickly, and I'll let you know. I'll go UK, US, then I'll do Canadian because that's the order it's in. Are you ready? You guys ready for this? Are you ready for this? Okay. So, US sale title releases for, and I'm going to guess it's probably cheaper, probably $1.99 on US. It's $2.99 Canadian, so it's probably $1.99 on US. So we got here UK first is The Serial Killer's Guide to Life, Takeshi Mikai's Edition, Battle Royale, Blade of the Immortal, Bride of Reanimator, Catfight, I wish that was on the Canadian one, Climax, Dark Water, Dead or Alive, Deadbeat at Dawn, Deep Red, Donnie Darko, Future Shock, The Story of 2000 AD, Heathers, Hellraiser, Hounds of Love, House, Incident of Ghostland, King of New York, Old Boy, Phantasm, Ringu, Season of the Witch, Society, Tales of Halloween, The Crazies, The Dead Center, The Driller Killer, that's Abel Ferrer, The Endless, The Ghoul, The Long Good Friday, There's Always Vanilla, Time Bandits, and With No Eye. So that is the UK ones. So, Amy, I think you're in the US, right? You're US? So let's do US. See if we got any ones there. So US gets Serial Killer's Guide to Life. I have no idea what that is, by the way. Audition, Takeshi Mikai again. Bride of Reanimator, Dark Water, Dead or Alive, Debut at Dawn, Deep Red, Donnie Darko, Reanimator, Ringu, Season of the Witch, Society, The Crazies, The Dead Center, Driller Killer, The Ghouls, and There's Always Vanilla. So you got like Audition there. Dark Water is another good release. Takeshi Mikai's Dead or Alive, definitely a cool one. You get Ringu if you don't. I guess you got Ringu, but still you got Ringu there, and some cool releases. And in Canada, it's pretty much the same, like Serial Killer's Guide to Life, Edition, Bride of Reanimator, Dark Water, Dead or Alive, Debut at Dawn, Deep Red, Donnie Darko, and this is Donnie Darko, like the digital collector's edition, so it has all versions of the film. Reanimator, Ringu, Season of the Witch, Society, The Crazies, The Dead Center, The Driller Killer, The Ghoul, and There's Always Vanilla. So amazing stuff. Now, I got a lot of these films already. So what I picked up, just to let you guys know, is I picked up Dark Water because I don't have the original Dark Water, and I did want to buy that in the last sale, and I want to watch that soon. And there's some great features on it as well. Oh, by the way, these things have all their features that are on the Blu-rays as well. You wonder if it's going to have the same features? If you bought the Arrow one, it will have the same features. Because we'll get to that, because I bought Driller Killer. For $2.99, I bought Driller Killer. I couldn't believe that I went there and it was $4.99 to rent them. They're normally $24.99 to buy, by the way. They were $2.99 to buy, and they had all the features that the Blu-ray had. So kudos on Arrow for doing that. They don't do that with all their releases, but did that with Driller Killer. They also did that with another one that I picked up, Donnie Darko, which has the big collector's edition. It had like 2 or 3 versions of the film on there. There's like an hour-and-a-half long documentary on just incredible stuff. On Driller Killer, there's like an hour-and-a-half long documentary called Mulberry Street, because Abel Ferrer does like a lot of his films on Mulberry Street. And the fourth one that I picked up was, what is the fourth one I picked up? Oh my God, don't forget now. Debut at Dawn, because I wanted to see Debut at Dawn. I haven't seen it in years. And again, there's an hour-and-a-half long documentary on the director and his stuff, and a bunch of his short films, his short college films, are on there as well. So for that price, hell yeah, I picked it up. Hells to the yeah. So I'm guessing like ones like Deep Red and Reanimator. Oh shoot, I should probably buy Reanimator. See, I bought the Steelbook edition of Reanimator, and it only had one cut of the film. I'm missing the integral cut of Reanimator. So rather than go out and buy another like $30 copper Reanimator, I can probably just buy the digital, and then I'll get the integral cut on there. I got my Steelbook with the original. Should never be colorized. That was That was Turner that did that. But I kind of agree. Though there are some fun ones when you see them colorized, so just when they're so garishly bad. But what do you think, guys? Is there anything there in that digital sale that you guys are going to pick up? I don't talk digital on it very much. This is a rare, so take advantage of it. And on the very rare time that I actually will mention digital on my channel. I'm a physical, as you can look around me, I'm a physical media kind of guy. But at a time when all of us are kind of stuck inside and companies are doing stuff like this, kudos to Arrow for doing this. I think that's an incredibly fantastic thing for them to be doing right now. JRC, but you know, even if you don't do digital alt, is there anything on here that you might want to watch and say, okay, because think of it like a rent own. You rent it, you own it. Well, you buy it, you own it, take it as a rental for $2.99, and then you say, oh yeah, this movie's really good. I'm going to buy this movie. Just that. Obviously, if this was the $24.99, if this costs $24.99, I would not be buying any of these for digital releases because digital is never really buying anything. But at $2.99 to buy, so that you own, quote unquote own it, then why not? Let's just say you got a copy of, let's say you got like I don't know, Reanimator from a different company. Say you got the Image Entertainment Reanimator, and it's got some features on it, and it doesn't have all the features that's on this one. For $2.99, just dip in and get the extra features. If that's something you're in love with, that's the way I see it. And the digital is really cheap. And how can you get cheaper than $2.99? Do I have any movies with cameos of Cool Dude? I think one of my witchcraft movies got Cool Dude in them. It does. I've heard that it has happened sometimes. I haven't actually. I haven't actually bought a lot of digital films. That's the thing, to be honest with you. I actually look back on my iTunes like stuff just to see what I bought over the years. It wasn't a lot. There was like a Canadian comic book documentary called Lost Heroes that I had bought because I could never find a physical release of it. I bought Doomed, the documentary about the Fantastic Four. And I bought because I only had like a steelbook release of Gone with the Wind, and it didn't have a lot of features on it. And now I got the Gone with the Wind like DVD box set. But back then, so there's my cousin used to give me like Apple cards all the time. So I bought like the digital release of Gone with the Wind. It had all these like hours and hours of features and extra movies and documentaries and all that stuff. That's the thing, that you can lose the rights. So that's why if you're going to spend money on digital, make sure you don't spend a lot. So, but at $2.99, yeah. Say if you don't have a lot of cash right now, if you can't afford to buy the discs, and let's just say, well, I don't know, maybe so you get some of these from nefarious purposes, or you're watching them on YouTube or something like that. Most people can say, okay, for the price of a coffee, less than a Starbucks coffee, you can get the movies with features. And just to give you, let's see if I can find it here. Because I took a picture for my kids, right? Come on. So this is Dark Water. So this is what it looks like when you buy it. As you can see right there. Same as like the menu would look on a Blu-ray. Play, extras, cast and crew. What's the other thing there? Sound or something like that? Related. So that's when I bought Dark Water, I went into it, and I just snapped a picture and showed my kids because I wanted them to know they're huge, J-horror and K-horror fans. So it's always good to diversify. Oh. Yes, there's an Arrow Academy flash sale on right now. Lowest price on Arrow Academy ones are $7.50. Good price for Arrow Academy stuff. And I think the highest price one, there's only one that's higher price, is £25, and that is the Out collection. I think I got to close this up and open it up again because your comments have like kind of stalled on me. So that I was looking at your comments from like way back. Obviously, if you recognize that, if you heard me, the response I just made. And why am I not getting comments here? Are you freaking kidding me? No comments for now. Trying again. I do apologize. I lost comments on my because it ended up giving me the stupid ad thing. And oh, there we go. Well, we're back. Do I have the Hercules and Xena cartoon on VHS? Have them. Yep, it's downing its speed. That's why I always recommend, if you do buy any of these like digital films, download them. Don't just stream them. Download them, so that they don't lose any any, you're not buffering or anything like that, or you're not worried about like thing. Download them, buy them, download them to your device, your Apple TV or whatever. That's the best way to do it, because here's the thing: if something gets downloaded, then it's on your device. Unlike if it's just there kind of in the cloud, I find things are easier to disappear if they're in the cloud. If you buy a movie and you download it right away. It's Arrow Video, and it's through Apple. So it's how long does the download take? It doesn't usually take that long. Usually, I find that they're not that what's the word I'm looking for? Long, big. Now they're not too big. That's going to take a long period of time, and you can watch where you're downloading. I always say, if you got the time, start download the movie, make a cup of tea, have a beer, whatever get some wine, whatever your drink of choice is. Have a snack. YouTube will take you a couple hours. YouTube takes longer though. YouTube always takes longer. Trust me, I am so aware that YouTube takes longer because before I made these videos live, I made videos that were not live, and you do not know how many times I'd be waiting. But YouTube isn't just like a lot of times they're not just downloading. There's other processes that it's doing as well. Like for me, for uploading, for instance, it uploads and then it checks, and there's a whole thing, and it's such a pain. But which is one of the reasons I'm so glad that at this point I'll be doing some like non-live stuff. Eventually, I'll be putting some stuff out there, like kind of like surprisingly. But I prefer like this format because I can talk to you guys, and you guys. Right now, I'm stuck in the house, but it's stir crazy. Oh, I did watch a movie tonight, and I will give you like a movie recommendation right now. It's an action movie. It's not like a action comedy. It's not a horror film. But I watched Charlie's Angels tonight, the 2019 Charlie's Angels. And why did that not do good? It was excellent. It was fun and super cool, and had a ton of really good action set pieces and one hell of a cast. And the movie only didn't do well. I don't get it. It like I was like, and because it didn't do well, I'm going to guess that they're probably not going to make another one, which pisses me off to no end. Yeah, the new one. Way, actually better than like... forget the trailer. The movie's good. I'm a fan of Charlie's Angels, for one. I'll put that out there right now. But if you like action movies, and you like decent acting, and just fun, like kind of cotton candy, like just cool stuff. I gotta say, yeah, it's awesome. And there's like cameos by like certain people too. The one Patrick Stewart, yeah. Patrick Stewart, Elizabeth Banks, Kristen Stewart. But it was actually the best part of that movie for him is Kristen Stewart, who people like always say, was that the girl from Twilight? Yes, and a million other films. But like Personal Shopper, right? And of course, wrote The Runaways, which is one of my favorite biopics of all time. Because I'm a huge fan of The Runaways. Cherry bomb. She directed it and she wrote it, actually. You see it in theater, Alan? Cool. Thank you. For I am pissed off at myself for not seeing it in the theater because I like these fun action films. Joan Jett, yeah. So anybody that went and saw Charlie's Angels in the theater and enjoyed the film, the 2019 one, you're on my cool list right now. I'm gonna buy it on Blu-ray. And I love the cameo at the end. I knew, because like they say, like where Charlie passed away, which makes sense because Charlton Heston, the original Charlie, did pass away. Screenbound Blu-ray. I'm trying to remember if I got much of their screenbound stuff. Let me see. Screenbound Pictures? What did they put out? Is that the ones that put out like Birdemic? Birdemic's hilarious. I know that much. Or are you talking the UK company? I don't think I got my Screenbound, actually, so I do apologize. I wish I could tell you more about Screenbound, but I don't know a lot about them. So if somebody here knows Screenbound stuff or got like a little collection of them, I probably got some I don't even realize it. That's the thing. Guys, I think I got some, if a Screenbound from the UK, I remember them being kind of good. I think I got some of their stuff. I think they did some TV stuff too. They had like a bunch of TV stuff. I might have some of their stuff through the UK television shows. So that's probably how I know Screenbound. If you know Screenbound like I know Screenbound. Okay, so let me just check something here. My phone off. My phone dies. I'm gonna just cry. I'm gonna find something right now. Oh my God! When you want your phone to autocorrect for you, nope, doesn't do it. Doesn't do it at all. But when you don't want it to, it autocorrects everything. Yes, I'm definitely going to buy the Reanimator one. Do I ever order? I haven't ordered directly from MVD. I'm ordering most of their stuff, Kristen, through Amazon. But I've heard good stuff about MVD. Hey, welcome back, Brian. So I would definitely order from them. They do great stuff, by the way. You're looking at the MVD Arrow sale. I'm going to look at that in a minute too, as well. Yeah. So the integral cut is on, and the documentary is on the Reanimator for $2.99. I'm definitely buying that. Hell's yeah. So let's look at the MVD shop. Let's see if we can find out. MVD shop's a bit confusing. You are doing cool, important things, dude. You're washing dishes and eating. That's important stuff. Mutilator. Oh, yes, Chris. Yes. 110%. Yes. I love the Mutilator. That is a cool one. So let's look for Arrow. Let's look for the sale. Please. Please, God. Please, MVD. Don't be hard to get. Do anybody here just go to the MVD shop and find them extremely hard to navigate, to circumvent? Because if not, then maybe it's just me. But I find their website, like, you got to go to their Facebook page or something like that. Because their website is horrific to navigate. And they got so much good stuff on there, too. Okay, I'm going to go to Facebook. Yeah, that's it. You got to go through Facebook. You got to go through Facebook. So let's go to MVD. Let's look at it all together, guys. I'm just going to go to MVD Rewind Collection because it's probably going to come up through here. Oh, there we go. The flash sale, Arrow 2020. Free shipping on all orders over $50. I bet it's only in the US though. MVDsale.com. Don't say be right back, man, because you know what that means. Okay, so US only. Oh, it's US only. Damn it. Okay, so I couldn't get so it's probably good. I couldn't get N9 anyway. but I can help you guys figure out some cool stuff. So they have Deadly Manor, which if you liked the other films by Jose Larraz, and you like movies with people with white face masks on, Deadly Manor, there you go. It is a slasher film. It is basically a film about about these not too bright people that that drive into the woods and say, "Hey, we're kind of stuck here tonight. Why don't we go into that creepy old house, and we totally won't get killed." So they do, and many of them get killed. Yes, I know. It sucks with like that. I understand right now though, like right now basically, maybe it's harder to get things shipped through. So I kind of get that. I want to make a third Drew Barrymore Tarzan Angels. Maybe they could combine them both. I want Kristen Stewart again in the next one. I do. Well, if they ever make another one, maybe Kristen Stewart and Drew Barrymore together, because yeah. One Missed Call trilogy is here for $24.99. It's a good price for that. Evil Ed is actually a really cool one. If you like splatter stuff, you like gore, like really over the top type gore. Evil Ed was this movie, and it's about a guy that that's what he does. He censors horror films, and he loses it. So that's definitely a cool one. Brain Damage is of course Frank Henenlotter. A lot of people I like Brain Damage. I like the fact that the creature's got voices, Zacherle's voice from the horror host. Not my favorite though. It's not my favorite of Henenlotter's. It's probably down there on my Henenlotter's, but it's definitely Henenlotter's is usually pretty decent. Manon is here. That's an Arrow Academy release. Edge of the Axe is again Jose Larraz, another one with a white mask killer in there, because no, Kristen Stewart's like they're one's English and one's like Americans. No, but it's worth it. So RoboCop, there's a standard edition of that one. Black Angel, that's the Arrow Academy one. The Scorpion one is here. Box set's $49 though. Complete Sartana one is $49. Waterworld. No, not for $19.99. Wait a bit on that one. They got the standard edition of. Oh God, are you serious? Did I lose my space? Of the American War for London one here. Jake Speed. I think I got Jake Speed. Do I have Jake Speed? Scorpion said it's good. I want to get it down the road. It's just I can't afford that price. I can't afford any price right now. $299 was my limit. The Limits of Control, Hitchhike to Hell. I'm just going to mention ones that I think are cool. Flowers in the Attic for $9.99. It's a cheesy kind of like late '80s, like sort of based on V.C. Andrews, but they took a lot of liberties. They got Children of the Corn here. Yeah, that was a good one. Creepshow 2 is there for $14.99. House 2, the second story. If you don't have the house set. Chud is here. So Chud is no longer available in the UK, I don't think. I think it just went out of print. So if you can get Chud here, yeah, kudos, dude, get Chud. It's an excellent release. Vamp is a really cool release. And there's like a short film on it called, Dracula Takes a Bite Out of the Big Apple. I love that short film that's on that release. Slugs, because Slugs for $9.99, that's actually pretty good. Double Dragon, the complete animated series, that's actually cool, actually. I said actually twice, that makes no sense. Dead Drive-In, which of course is Brian Trenchard Smith. Like anything Brian Trenchard Smith. The Stuff, Larry Cohen. Welcome back. We're looking at the MVD Arrow stuff right now. I'm just going through some of the cool stuff. A Ringu, if you don't have it, yes, get that one. Got the Hellraiser films here. Crimson Peak. They did a beautiful edition of Crimson Peak. I'm not sure if that's Man of a Thousand Faces I would definitely get. George Lucas in Love. Yes, I have seen it a few times. It's actually fun. Who Saw Her Die is a really cool giallo if you haven't seen it. And that has George Lazenby, former Bond. The ring set's awesome, man. I love the features on that. Chill Factor, which I don't know if I've seen, but I love the cover. There's like a lot of pages of these, so I'm not going to be able to go through them all. But you got Double Face on here, Yakuza La, The Big Clock, amazing film, by the way. The Scared Stiff's okay. Iguana with the Tongue of Fire. The Apartment is really good. Billy Wilder, Fifth Chord, amazing, really great giallo in my opinion. Audition. Kitty, 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 kitty. The ring box, that's awesome. Horror Express, I wish I could get that one right now. I would love Horror Express. Bloody Birthday is a cool one. Strip Nude for Your Killer is really good. That one, Under Bianchi, I recommended that one during the Japanese one, yeah, the Takeshi Makai one. Strip Nude for Your Killer is, if you like Giallo, Behind the Green Door, you mean the adult film? I don't know. I don't know if it's ever got a really good release or not. To be totally honest with you, I don't think it has. Which is a shame. So you think Vinegar Syndrome somebody would have picked that up. I'm guessing there's probably rights issues. Because the brothers did that one, didn't they? I'm not sure if many of the releases got that. Box that I said it's similar to 007. Oh, it's over there. Let me just tell you what. Let's go look at it. Oh no, you mean the X-rated version? Trust me, I know that film. The box set that you're referring to is OSS 117, so it's right here. Great one. It has 5 films. Kern Matthews are in the first 2. Who's in the third one? The fourth one? I think it's Frederick Stafford and John Gavin, who was actually the go-to guy to play James Bond if you couldn't find anybody else. So no features, but 5 great films. One of them was pre-James Bond. That I can tell you. You can tell when they're after James Bond because you start to see James Bondian tropes go into the films. The second one is still my favorite. Hey, Jacob, welcome. Second one is still my favorite because it has what's his name? A French actor, a really good French actor in that, and he plays the villain. But I can't remember his name right now. My better half will know right away. He's the same guy that's in Cemeteries Without Crosses, if that helps. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff here. Yeah, if you're living in the U.S., not Alain Delon, no, but definitely not Jared Depardieu. Actually, let me just say something. Where is it at? Where is it at? Actually, a bigger actor than George, but. Let's see. For crying out loud. Robert Husson. Or maybe it's Robert Husson or something like that. But he was a big French actor. Did like a ton of stuff. Paris Born. See if I can find a. I think one of the last things that he might have done, I'm not sure if it's the last thing he did, but he was in Wax Mask. You remember that Sergio Stavelleti's one that Dario Argento produced? He starred in that. That was like one of the late things he did. But is he still acting now? Wow, he's still acting now. Damn, that's pretty cool. But he was like a sex symbol back in the day. You know, became older and like, you know, as he did older, he did lots of other stuff. Like he got to be in Les Miserables and, you know, did a ton of movies. So trust me, if you looked him up, you'd probably recognize him from something. There's some Criterion movie that he's been in. But there's a ton of stuff. If you're a Giallo fan now and you want to just get on the Giallo stuff, you're a slasher fan, there's some great stuff coming out from Arrow Video. I wish I would have known before because I would have got some stuff together, would have gave you like some top stuff to pick up. If you're an Abel Ferrara fan at all and you like vampire films and you don't mind the kind of like more of like kind of a slower burn artsier type vampire film, but still a really good one, The Addiction is a fantastic film. It's a great, like, well put together package from Arrow, by the way. So if you have not seen The Addiction, 110% recommend it. Christopher Walken as an extended cameo in it, and it's an important one. It's not just like a role where you see, oh look, there's Christopher Walken in the background, asking for more cowbell. No, it's actually it's a good sequence with Christopher So yeah, there's that. So if you haven't seen The Addiction, it's like $14.99, and it is definitely worth the pickup. It's a black and white film, know that going in, but it's a really good one, and it deals with vampirism as the same as kind of like drug addiction, and it is it's pretty brilliant, in my not so humble opinion. You guys gotten quiet on me again. Don't make me do all the $97 on Amazon. I saw that somewhere, by the way. I know I saw that somewhere. That's like Deep Throat. That was another one like that, big one like that. Return of Ringo, Piss of Ringo, and The Return of Ringo. The 2-film set is $14.99. If you like spaghetti westerns and you don't have the Ringo films, yeah. And so you say you look now, you look at the Sertana films, they're a bit pricey for you. You can't afford them. You're like, I can't do it right now. I can't buy those Sertana films. And you're like, but I really like spaghetti westerns. What can I do? I can't get the Sertana ones. You can get Ringo ones. Excellent, excellent stuff. Scalpel, a great Southern Gothic film. Love Scalpel. Jude Chapman's amazing in it, in a dual role. If you haven't seen Scalpel, why you not see the Scalpel? Yep, that's that exact same Cora Matthews. Ooh, this is gonna get some like debate here. Opinion on Criterion versus Eureka, Masters of Cinema. I like them both. I really do. I think both have like pluses and minuses. I love the look of I love the big sets that Criterion does, and I think they do some really great releases. I love the look of, I knew you were going to say that, I was waiting for that. I love the look of a Eureka collection on your shelf. Hold on. Let me do something here. Are you ready? So let's turn this around. Tear it to me. So this is a Eureka Masters of Cinema collection on your shelf. Look how colorful it is. Come on, Brian, you got to admit, that's nice and colorful. Come on, it looks kind of sexy. Look at all those pretty colors. See how nice that looks? This is Criterion. Now, booklet-wise, there's no choice. Booklet-wise, Eureka wins every time. And there's a couple early releases that Criterion did that just weren't quite as good. Unibaba, for instance. I think Criterion's done a newer release of it since. But I got the Criterion release of Unibaba. It's not one of their shining moments. The Eureka release, that was way better. No, they got different style typefaces. Nice try, though. Do you have any Eurekas in your collection, Brian? I'm kind of curious, actually. Inquiring minds want to know. Oh, you serious? Because Eureka puts out stuff that Criterion doesn't put out, too. Is this a brand loyalty thing? Is this what this is? Because let me win you over here. Here's a Eureka release that isn't put out by Criterion, and it's a movie that I think kind of belongs in everybody's collection. And the Eureka Masters of Cinema ones are numbered, but they have ones that aren't Masters of Cinema that aren't numbered. So this is a non-Masters of Cinema release of Criterion, or Eureka, and this is Ganjan Hess. There is alternate artwork. Yeah, because I like Blues Warmers cover. I've seen that so many times. There is a cool booklet in here as well. But let me show you a Criterion-ish Masters of Cinema release from Eureka. So, give me a second. This is one that was recently given to me that I do want to watch, but I can't watch from the better half because there's... So this is the Wake and Fright release from Eureka. As you can see, the cover is brilliant. It really is. Like, I'm trying to win you over here, Brian. You banked it up? Really? That's weird. But I've seen that happen sometimes. Sometimes this is number 88. It's like numbered right there. You open it up. It is a Blu-ray DVD combo pack. I think the dream, hopefully down the road. Like, it has a pretty cool and pretty big booklet as well, with some great pictures and some great typeface. This one here is Wake and Fright. So this is Wake and Fright. It's an Australian film, and I'm sure you've seen it. Some nice interior like design there with the chapters, and that. But it usually has some really good stuff. There's a few different like things to read here, and it runs around like 48 pages. Yeah, very similar to Indicator. Have you never heard of Wake and Fright? Definitely worth checking into. A bit of a, like, there's kangaroo death in the film, just to let you know that. But it's Australian, so you kind of something you expect. It's basically the Australian outback. It's pretty much a brutal film. There's this teacher, and he's kind of going to visit his girlfriend, and he gets stuck in this area, this small town, and kind of has a things go really awry. Feature-wise on here, just to let you know, there is there's a few things. Video interview with from 2009. There's a video piece on the rediscovery and restoration. Something called Who Needs Art? Vintage piece on Wake and Fright. Chips Rafferty obituary clip. Outback TV spots. A 40-page booklet. So yeah, a lot of really cool stuff. It's if you like Australian films, this is considered one. No. I understand what you mean. I know you're not being. Oh, I hate animals. I know what you're. I know what you're coming across as. I did talk about the new Severin Films. I'm very excited about them. Actually, all three of them. Do you have any stop motion? I do, because I love Ray Harryhausen. So I got the Indicator Ray Harryhausen box sets, and I got the Sinbad set as well. And I have a Ray Harryhausen like Blu-ray set over there as well, a North American release that has French subtitling on it, which is and French like dubbing as well, which is perfect for me because I'll be teaching French students over in Morocco, and I'm going to be teaching class in Ray Harryhausen, so that'll be interesting to do. So let me just pick a couple of random here just to give you like an idea. I'm trying to sell Brian on Eureka. Oh, I got Twice the Titans. I saw that one when I was a kid for my birthday. So this is If. This is their edition of If, the Malcolm McDowell film. I love this cover, by the way. And it's number 84. Mighty Joe Young. Oh, I don't have Mighty Joe Young. I really got to get that one. It's, as you can see, this is already in Morocco. I know, but I want to give you, like, I know you got the Criterion of If. That's why I'm showing this to you. Specifically because, so you can see the difference. That way, you got something to compare it to. So this is the booklet, and when I say thick booklets, I'm not joking. This one's like 56 pages long. So a ton of write-ups on If here. And it's in its original 1:37 original aspect ratio. Some great write-ups on If, and just here one more before I get back to my other stuff. And this is Spies. What's my favorite Ray Harryhausen film? Oh man, that's hard. I don't. I really like. I love the Sinbad films. I really do. But I know I saw that on your Facebook, Brian. Things are kind of unfortunately getting really tight for I think all of us right now. Hopefully, some of us they're not, and things are going will go kind of well. So. Now there is a Arrow video $2.99 sale on right now. I'm not sure if that might interest you though. You know, or less than $2.99, $2.99 Canadian, probably $1 or $1.99 or $1.50 American actually, on iTunes. So there's some stuff on there. So you want like a really cheap one, then there's some cool stuff there. I'm actually very jealous of the fact you work at a library, because I will tell you right now that currently that a library is one of the places that I really wanted to work. That's one of my dream jobs when I was younger. I dated a lot of librarian girls, from high school to college and on. Maybe you. Oh no, yeah. Like in all seriousness, I love books. I love reading. Like you know, I watch a lot of movies, but I read too. I read a lot actually, not as much now as I used to. Actually, honestly, it's sadly the last book I read. Not sadly, because it was a decent book. It was probably Console Wars. The U.S. government is going to pay for your Al Adamson set. Fist bump. Ragman, that is cool. I know you weren't doubting me. I was just saying because I watch movies all the time. So some people are like, "You read too?" Yeah. Do you have the King Kong collection set with the King Kong 1993 tin? I got one. I got a tin. I can't remember where it's at but it's over there somewhere. I do have a tin. I'm not quite sure what's in it though. I think it's got a couple of Kong movies. You think you would, like we were at the library. You kind of, you know, can remember the pennies. Ooh. I have like those. Do you remember when they had like the big anniversary of Superman? My better half bought me like the stamps, the Superman stamps. Oh, I can't remember where they are right now, but I've liked the Superman anniversary stamps. I didn't watch movies. I got to. You'd be surprised. I don't watch as many movies as you might think, because honestly, like nowadays, I'm here, and and especially right now. Right now, I am making a concentrated effort to be like to spend some time with my better half, and to come down here, and hopefully, have a nice, entertaining, like relaxing, chill place that you can hang out for a couple hours. Oh, would they really? I don't know if I could ever sell them though. I'm a huge Superman fan. Like something a lot of people don't know about me is that I'm a huge Superman fan, and I don't have the Kirk Allen one. I really need that one. Kirk Allen, by the way, guys, was a dancer. Like he was like like a dancer, and he played Superman like before George Reeve actually, because George Reeve played him afterwards. But Allen was good. He looked the part. Criterion should release King Kong, because that would be a good Criterion release. Actually, I would love to see that, because look at how you got the Godzilla release and stuff. 25 movies in the last 3 days, dude. I am jealous. I love serials, by the way. I don't have enough of them. That Captain Marvel serial that Kino put out, that is like worth its weight in gold for me. That is awesome. I've watched that so many times. And you can go back and watch it with like the commentaries on different chapters, and it's just so cool. All 80s movies. That's the thing. There's always that time when you're like you want to rewatch a new movie, and you're like, but you kind of like, oh, I want to see this movie again. Criterion released King Kong. Criterion released a lot of stuff, like different stuff on Laserdisc. Joseph, like back in the day, like they did RoboCop actually on Laserdisc. What still amazes me is they did Criterion when they actually were legit, because like initially kind of. Criterion were putting out a lot of stuff, but they put out two Michael Bay movies. That still blows my mind. Armageddon's not a Criterion film. It is, but it shouldn't be. Seriously, I did see some of the Night. I love Night Flight. I used to love Night Flight actually. Do you have the Night Flight channel on Roku? I heard some people tell me that it's worth like getting. I think it's $1.99 or something like that. My dad's got like a Roku channel that he swears by. God, that's critical. That's a lot of movies in 3 days. Like you got to be like watching some like shorter Universal films at the point you get to the 25 limit. 'Cause you might watch like you get like your complete Invisible Man collection out. Some of the Creature from Black Lagoons. Oh, I kind of want to do that. But there's a few like newer ones that I got to pick up too. I did have the two Batmans. I think I do have them on DVD actually. Uh, I had them before and then I lost them, but I don't know if I got both of them still or just one of them. I gotta look. I gotta look actually, because I do love the series. I wish Criterion would give me stuff for my birthday, or Severin could have me in the Severin cellar for my birthday. What can you imagine that with all the publicity I've given Severin in the last few days? Like I give Severin as much publicity I think as I do Vinegar Syndrome. I'm pretty out there for both those. There's a Night Flight channel actually on Roku, I think. I heard. It's Rebecca McKendry on Shockwaves. She watches it. Um, Little known fact actually. Like big redhead person when I was in high school and stuff like that. My first girlfriend, kind of girl, walked hand in hand, was a redhead. Um, but I used to have a big crush on Rebecca McKendry when she used to work for Fangoria magazine. I don't think it is. I think there's like it's like 99 cents or $1.99, something like that. It's been a long time since I've seen Brewster's Millions. I remember liking it though. I think I liked it better than The Toy, which I thought was Jackie Gleason and Richard Pryor, right? Mostly Richard Pryor. Most films watched in a row. Ooh, good question. I When I had no life at all, so it would have been a while back. I watched all the Friday 13th films. Brewster's Millions. That's Richard Pryor. I'm pretty sure because isn't it the remake of an older film? Yeah, because Wild Hill directed it. Oh yeah, that's right, John Candy, right? Yeah, there we go. Right, Rich is already great cast. Richard Pryor, John Candy, Stephen Collins, uh, Jerry Orbach's in it. I love Jerry Orbach. Pat Hingle, the original Commissioner Gordon. Well, not the original Commissioner, but the original movie Commissioner Gordon. Rick Moranis, great cast. Do you know what superhero movie, kind of super, what comic movie, comic character movie needs a really good Blu-ray release, not a bare bones Blu-ray release, but a collector's edition Scream or Shout Factory Blu-ray release with tons of features. You know what? Do you know what one that hasn't got one? Do you know what I'm going to say? Does anybody know what I'm going to say? This is the what is Aaron going to say minute, kind of like the Werf minute in I love Black Panther. We saw that in theater actually. Black Panther is excellent. One of the best things about it is as a villain, and what makes it a good movie is a villain that has a believable reason for doing what he's doing. One that you can almost kind of sympathize with the villain. So when they can do that and pull it off well, then that's a key. But here's one that is a very different. Well, aside from The Rocketeer, I love The Rocketeer. That is a really good release. But Dick Tracy, I think Dick Tracy, the Warren Beatty one, don't diss me here, needs a really good release. I had fun with that film. Like I had a lot of fun with Dick Tracy. I saw it in the theater. I had the stickers from it. It was a fun little film, and they're all done up with the makeup. William Forsythe is his flat top, and you got like Mumbles there, which was that was that Al Pacino? No, Al Pacino was Big Boy. Exactly. See there, Khan. You got like a really good villain. You got kind of like the antagonist that's like really like is you can kind of feel for. Black Panther's the same way. So that's a good thing about that. Inframan. Yeah, definitely. V for Vendetta, the good one too. But Dick Tracy. Anybody else? Would anybody else like to see Dick Tracy? I'll even go farther. Dick Tracy and the Phantom. Let's give the Phantom a good release too. Dick Tracy was fun. It was a really fun film. It was really colorful. It literally was meant to look like a big comic strip, and they did a great job with it. It didn't do. I don't know if it did that well, but I really enjoyed it when I was younger, and it needs a good release. Sage Air, you get kudos for that. In Clockwork Orange, do we get to care about Alex? I think we do. It really depends on how guest invested you are in Alex, and like whether he really and how you feel about if Alex really is cured or not, or any of that happened afterwards. Anybody that likes Dick Tracy, you get cool points from me right now. I don't think Dark City's gotten a good release, and it really deserves it actually. Be sure to hit the like button, like, share, subscribe. I forgot to do that thing. Uh, I've come back in and risked my voice for you guys for a second time. Please like. Chris, I think me and you will be the only two people in the world that thinks that. But I actually kind of liked the Daredevil film. I did. Dark City had the first Roger Ebert commentary, I think. No, he did it for Citizen Kane and Casablanca. But I was really surprised to see Roger Ebert doing commentary on it. And when he did his commentaries, he used to watch when he could, he would watch laserdisc versions of the film, so he could actually do a scene by scene thing. He was big on the laserdisc format when it came out. I remember watching the Citizen Ebert episode, where they got into his movie watching room. And Jennifer Garner as Elektra. Even if I know the Elektra movie sucked ass, but sorry, but as Elektra was horrible in her own film, but that, and it's got it has the most baffling scenes. It's fun, but it's got some scenes that are you're kind of wondering what the hell they were thinking. So because there's a scene with Elektra and Daredevil, right? And they're kind of fighting in a kid's playground. It's really, 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 different. Oh yeah, but the Touchstone release is really kind of a bare bones release. What I want, Alan, is I want a really good, kind of collector's, a Shout Select style release for Dick Tracy. I really think it deserves it. I need a grandfather with a lot of money like that. That's what I need. Two. Sim or any missing relative wants to give me $25 million or so. That's it a bit pay off my debt. Yes, I actually own Doc Savage with Ron Ely. I've got a Warner Archives put out. I got the DVD of it. I saw it back in the day, Dave, when I was a kid. I love that. There's a sequence. If you've never seen Doc Savage, the movie, it really doesn't take itself seriously. Ron Ely was an actor that became kind of famous for playing Tarzan. That was one of the things he was big for. But he did this movie called Doc Savage, Man of Bronze. And there's a sequence where Ron Ely, as the good guy, as Doc Savage, is fighting the bad guy close to the end of the film. And they're literally fighting across the globe. And it's hilarious. You're seeing them literally fight across the world. It's what I'm talking about, Dave. It's such a fun film. I need Beyond the Valley of the Dolls. I don't have that one yet. almost picked it up so many times. I think it was released after Roger passed. Now, if he did something before then, like I'm not sure. I really liked it. Did you like it, Dave? Did you like Doc Savage, by the way? The fights in the park, yeah, the fights in the park is definitely it's fun though. It's fun. I liked Daredevil. I like the way that he did the blindness. I like the way that he slept in. Dick Tracy, Phantom, Billy Zane's Phantom. Pretty much just name. But nothing is better than Beyond the Valley of the Ultra Vixens. Like when you're going for those type of films, you got to go with the Russ Myers, the really good ones like Vixen and Beyond the Valley of the Ultra Vixens. That's why Kubrick, you got to go to the Russ Myers stuff. You got to get like Vixen and like Cherry, Harry, and Raquel, or just some of the really cool like Russ Meyer, so insane that you're just like, whoa, he just like put everything in there. Like there's Nazis in this film. What's going on? This movie is kind of nuts, and he'll put social commentaries in there too. Like you won't expect it, and like Vixen will suddenly have like the social commentary, and you're like, wow, where did that come from? Oh, but not good. You gotta like eventually. Well, for now, but when you can. Give them time, like Disney maybe. If Disney's got to start looking at like they're concentrating on the streaming stuff, but what they got to do, because the streaming takes a long time to make money. That's one of the things people got to understand with streaming services. Netflix still hasn't made any money. Is that a lot of these places that are they're really getting into the streaming stuff. Get as many physical releases out there of streaming companies as you can. Really good stuff. And Iron Giant's amazing. It will make you cry. It's a good one. But it's a good, healthy cry. And it's a fantastic film. It is pretty camp, but it's pretty nice. It leans right into its campiness. Doc Savage does. On Blu-ray. I haven't seen it on Blu-ray yet, but I do have these editions. I love these here. These were like kind of curated by Leonard Maltin. This is the complete first season and the complete second season. Because I'm down here tonight and you guys were nice enough to come in and join me again a second time, I'll open them up for you. So when you open them up, first off you get the Disney pin, the Zorro pin. Oh, some of these are really crazy expensive, unfortunately. I have the complete collection though. I'll go over them one of these nights. I'll do a complete. And you get a picture of Guy Williams. These are in black and white. And there was of course, there was a kind of limited edition certificate with that. There's already movies, like already movie by, there will definitely be movies of ours. This is the Zorro one, the Disney Treasures one. Oh, have a great evening there, JR. And hopefully it's not too stressful night at work. And if it is, we're always here. And I love the way this is on. So this is the and just to see how sexy these are, just look at this. So just to give you an idea what the tins look like. I think they're really cool. They're really well done. We collected all the tins. I'll just show you the pin on the second one. I won't go all through it again because they both had a pin, right? So this one here had the kind of the Zorro silhouette pin. I love pins, actually. I'm a really big fan of pins. And I'll show you I won't take everything up, but I'll show you the. There you go, Zorro in the mask. The first permanent sets ever created by the Walt Disney Studios for the Zorro TV series. They need to make more Zorro films. I love Zorro. Me and Batman. The other releases that they put out were kind of cool. After that, they put out these documentary releases. Anybody remember these? So these were these documentary tins called the True Life Adventures that Disney put out. Read 2 comments above. Saw Mega Man, which I thought wasn't bad, but Last Night on Earth. Oh, Last Man on Earth? Last Night on Earth or Last Man on Earth? Yeah, are you talking about the Vincent Price one? It was kind of blah. Okay. Oh, I Am Legend? I Am Legend isn't very good. To be blunt. I like just to be blunt with you. I Am Legend is not really that great of a film. Some people like it. It's a decent watch, but it's probably it's the least. If you didn't like the Vincent Price Last Man on Earth, I Am Legend is not going to win you over. It's the least out of all of them. Just because I never take the stuff out of what takes this one out, just show you. So it comes out in a movie-like tin, like this here. Nobody cares about this one. Did you really? I didn't like it. Well, definitely decent. Not great special effects, but decent special effects. And kind of done like this. And once you got the tin out, then you lift the tray. So you see this? Last Man on Earth, the TV show. It's okay. I didn't watch. I probably didn't watch enough to really know. To be totally honest with you. Yeah, but that's incomplete. They only did 2 seasons. They've never actually released like a set, like as in like that. They released like it only on the tin, and they released it on the Disney Movie Club as 2 limited edition box sets. So you open up that, and there's like passport and kind of stuff on here. And what else was there? And that's pretty much it. Now, Last Man on Earth is not like about, just so you know, it's not about the last Man on Earth TV series. It's not about it's not based on a Mega Man or anything like that. It's a comedy series. It's about as close to Last Man on Earth as Last Woman on Earth is. Anyway, apparently I was the only person that enjoyed looking at the Disney stuff, but I did it anyway. He freezes Walt Disney's body. I heard that. His head. I heard they froze all of them. I don't know if that, but there's that joke that because it's rumored that Walt Disney was like an anti-Semitic, or like severely anti-Semitic. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. It's a rumor that went around. But they did like a joke where basically they unfreeze him, and he's like, "Are there still?" And he's like, "Oh no, I'll go back." Live action Mega Man. I can see that. I heard that. I wouldn't be surprised. Goofy's is a really good one though, Rich. That's a really great Treasures release. Did you get the Steelbook edition, or did you get like the one that came in afterwards, that came in the plastic one? See, initially we ordered from the UK, and we didn't know that there was like just regular releases put out through the UK for some of that stuff. So we got like the plastic one. So we're like, yeah, that's it's cool, dog. But we got to get the other stuff. And so we went out and got ended up getting all the tins. Timberlake's excellent. What happened, how we started, is we were in Ottawa going to a Comic-Con, and we went into an anime store, like because we went the street they used to work on when I used to live in Ottawa. There was an anime store there, and right in the back there's like a bunch of anime films, and smack dab in the middle. Well, I don't know about this, so I can't say for sure. I've heard rumors that it was, but. But well, so anyway, so there's a couple Disney tins there that we saw. There's, I think it was a Donald Duck one and a Mickey Mouse one that we picked up, and we just got addicted, and we had to have them all. My better half is a huge Disney fan, a huge like fan of animation especially. So she just went out, and like there was I think four Donald Duck ones, and one of them was like super expensive to get and really hard to get. So we're at a hockey game, and watching the hockey game, and she's like going down on her phone, like going down with her phone, like clicking on the phones, and I'm kind of like, what's going on? And then she said, oh, she said, I was on eBay. I was like, oh, okay, that can be kind of that can be problematic sometimes. She's like, no, I said I won the last Disney tin that we needed. I'm like, fantastic. She said, it's kind of expensive though. You picked up a lot of stuff, George, from Indicator. Like, man, you picked up like a ton of box sets. You showed me the picture of the ones you got some good watching ahead of you. Oh God, the one with like the Mickey hand with the blood on it. I keep going to watch that, but I never get through it. I do remember Talldale actually. I like Oliver Platt, but it reminds me of like that movie that he did for WCW, the Ready to Rumble. Ooh, 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 no, 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 no. I love wrestling, but no. I'm kind of expecting this year's WrestleMania to be just as good as Ready to Rumble. Tall Tale was a fun one. Like Indian Cover, just like really fun ones. Oh yeah, they had to hide the camera. There's like a whole big story behind that. Ready to Rumble is classic. I don't know about that. There's some good wrestling movies out there. Ready to Rumble though was, oh no, no. I can't. I can't. I love wrestling, guys, but Ready to Rumble was a hard watch, man. It was a hard watch. And I like David Arquette too. So I'm like, oh, I love WCW. Robert Platt's a cool actor. David Arquette's in it. There's going to be Diamond Dallas Page and like Chris Canyon. Well, I'm going to love this. Oh yeah, Rest of Make Your Work was a great film actually. Body Slam. Remember Body Slam? I'm probably the only person. There's a wrestling movie that called Body Slam. Actually, it needs a decent release. Actually, it's not that bad. It seems like something that Vinegar Syndrome would put out. It really does. And I wish they would actually, because I'd be more excited about that than the Vinegar Syndrome stuff that's coming out in May. Put it Body Slam. That's there to get me excited. Put it ones like that, or one of the women's wrestling ones that they did, because there's a couple of those as well. What do I think of AEW wrestling? It is the best thing going right now, hands down. It has actual wrestling, and it has given the wrestlers the ability to help create and guide their own characters. And one thing that WWE's never learned, and throughout all the years, is that, and this is the thing, they bring people in there and they say, you know, They bring him to Vince, and Vince gives them these like things that go totally against what's got him over in the first place. Look at Dean Ambrose. Dean Ambrose is a perfect example. Dean Ambrose, John Moxley, who portrayed Dean Ambrose in WWE. Now he was, when he was on the independent scene and like ROH stuff like that, pretty much the most over guy like in the room. Same with like El Generico, who became Sami Zayn in WWE, by the way. So Kevin Owens, these guys incredibly over, doing extremely well. They bring him to. Oh, he won't come back to WWE. Never. He's just doing way too good in AEW, and he gets paid probably more actually, because AEW got deep pockets, which is always good. The Khan's got deep pockets for that type of stuff, and he shouldn't, because they took him in WWE, and they took a character that was, no, he won't. Renee Young may go over to AEW, but he won't go back, and nor should he. They destroyed his character. Like they destroyed his character, hands down. Sucked. As a guy that like watched him and watched his on the independents and watched his other stuff, Dean Ambrose was a horrible version of what he could do. And I don't mean like a little bit horrible. I mean, it was horrifyingly bad, and it was embarrassing, and he was embarrassed by it. And Bret, what else could Bret Hart do though at that point? They do extremely new. Now Punk didn't come back. That's the thing. People say, "Oh well, Punk came back to." I say Punk more so than a lot of them might, but I'll be disappointed if Punk ever does. But AEW has the chance to revitalize wrestling right now. They're doing stuff that the other companies aren't doing. The all of a sudden you have to do empty arena matches, entire empty arena shows, and WWE put on empty arena shows and they're embarrassing. And AEW put on empty arena shows and they were inventive and well done. So, and that's the thing. It's stale right now. It is stale. As long as it's going the way that it is, it's going to stay stale. Roman Reigns just pulled out of WrestleMania, which of course Roman Reigns just recently went through chemo, and with the stuff that's going on, of course he pulled out of WrestleMania. So that that match is gone, but good for him. Like health first. But yeah, I grew up a wrestling fan. I watched a lot of WWE, watched a lot of WCW. Oh, I watched Glow, Ladies Wrestling. Le Champion, Chris Jericho. Nobody does it like him. He's him, and I think Matt Hardy are just those outside the box thinkers that just do such a good job with what they do. Like Chris Jericho, and did you just say that, Brian? Did you seriously say that? I'm gonna give you like a chance to dial back that comment before I actually go into it. Uh, Movies are also fake, as are your TV shows and stuff like that. Yes, it is. Of course, it is. It's like is it? It's like it's a stunt show. It is a male soap opera. That's kind of what it is. It bugs me when people say, "Well, wrestling is fake." No, but a lot of the think of all the people that got hurt and killed over the years in wrestling. A lot, and over the and people like Owen Hart, like a ton of people. No, it's just that I just get that a lot. I'm glad, actually, kind of glad you said it, because it actually makes sense. Is I'm not offended by it, because it's something that does come up for people, like say the people that don't normally watch it. Yeah, I've yeah, as a big fan of that, and like watching like a lot of really young guys, like see them in the ring, like the Rick Rudes, that have died, like that have put their body through hell and like have died over the years. Um, it's been like and I actually, I'm super glad you said it though. Actually, I would. Can I be honest with you about like, and as a guy that like likes boxing, as in the part where, as in like did a little bit. I would. Quiet. I think boxing's just as fake. I really do. Like they punch each other, but I think some of the boxing is pretty. Like that's heresy here to say, but not it didn't used to be, but when you've got a boxing match and both of the boxers are being like ran by the same guy, you get a little bit like then you wonder. Then you wonder. Don't, but Benoit is a sad, sad story. I was a huge Benoit fan. It's really, really sad. Page? You mean Diamond Dallas Page? Smart guy. Got into wrestling late. Went into like did the DDP yoga things. Helped save a lot of wrestlers' lives. Tom King did a lot of shady stuff. That's like UFC. UFC back in the day. Remember the early days of UFC when it was like brutal, when like you'd hear people like say things like, "Well, man, when I remember when UFC first came out, uh, did he? I think he did actually, or like allegedly, I guess. Health fitness. DDP was just so good. And there's another person got ruined in WWE. He was like this really over character. He was the people's champ, and he had the whole the diamond cutter thing. It's me. It's me. It's DDP. But he comes to the WWE, and WCW is coming, right? Is and so you think, well, Vince has bought WCW. They're gonna have an invasion, type of thing. But what happens instead is like, well, you got Diamond Dallas Page. He's one of the most over wrestlers in WCW that we can get right now, because a lot of the bigger wrestlers that are sitting at their contracts, and we're doing an invasion angle. So should we use Diamond Dallas Page for the invasion angle? Like he could probably be one of the leaders of it. He's a good talker. He can wrestle. So somewhere they're like, yes, he's over. Yes, he can wrestle. Yes, he can talk. But now hear me out. How about we don't use him in the invasion angle at all, and instead we make him stock Undertaker's wife and have him lose all the time, and then have Undertaker's wife beat him up too. Chris, I'm sorry if the wrestling stuff is not your thing. But we're doing horror tomorrow. Uh, have a great evening there, though. Thank you so much for coming in. No, XFL was just like kind of like the bodybuilding one he did. He does, but there's no wrestlers are used in XFL. They're actually football players. That's real. Oh, you're a huge wrestling fan? Oh, I thought I bored you. Yeah, you wanted to do NFL and XFL. The first XFL he did. Uh, you met DDP. Somebody here said that he went to an invasion, but went to invasion, which I was like reading and trying to get through, like what I was trying to say before I went into it. But I'm super jealous if you get into invasion. I just wish you would have done better with it. So when the DDP and Sting at a convention, that is cool, man. I It's the Dark Side of the Ring that you're talking about, Dave. They did 2 episodes in Chris Benoit. Dark Side of the Ring, yeah, that's a good one. Wrestling with my family. Oh, Paige, yes, the gorgeous, like the anti diva, right? Oh, yeah, I actually watched that movie when I was on the plane coming back from Morocco. Sorry, Alan. When I see Paige, I just think of DDP. But yeah, Paige. Oh yes, I love Paige. I have a fighting with my family. I actually I have a big crush on Paige. I do. Like I think she's cool. You met DDP too? Monster Mania. I had a friend that met McFoley a few times. I actually ran into him at Disney World actually. It's actually is really good. Like I thought the film's really good. It was produced by The Rock, and I thought he did a really good job on that film. But I was on a plane, so but no, I actually enjoyed it. I will pick it up when I can find somewhere to buy. But I know The Rock produced it. You know, he's produced a few things like Ballers, the TV series. He produced this film. He actually shows up in it. But it was no, it was good. I liked it. It's Vince Vaughn in that too. I think it's Vince Vaughn. I'm pretty sure. Like he plays like their trainer type thing. The guy that like he there's a scene in the film because Paige is from like kind of a wrestling family. Like she's a second generation wrestler. So Paige and her brother like both like grown up wanting to be in the WWF. And a guy comes down and they do like tryouts basically, and Paige becomes part of the WWF. She gets in there, and her brother unfortunately doesn't. So and that creates an animosity rift there. Dungeon, have a great evening there. Yeah, right now if you want to watch. If you want to watch any wrestling, I'll watch AEW. It is just so good. And then afterwards, watch some NXT when there's some good NXT. Because WWE, one thing they're doing right is they're doing some good stuff with NXT. Oh, Vince Vaughn is extremely good. Like, just look at what's the one? We'll call it the one on the cell block in Braun. See, NXT is the best thing that WWE is doing right now. I do think if Trips got to take over, he's burned bridges with some really good wrestlers. That's the problem though. But Brawl and Cell Block 99. Thank you, Amy. And yes, I've seen Bone Tomahawk, but I haven't seen Drag Cross Concrete yet. But yeah, oh man, I saw Bone Tomahawk. That's a brutal one, guys. So much like Terrifier, but Bone Tomahawk's a much better film. They're both brutal films, both like gory films. Vince Vaughn's a beast in Brawl and Cell Block 99. Like he's a beast. From that beginning sequence where he destroys the car after finds that his wife's cheating on him and he destroys the car. I do have the WWE Network. I don't watch it very much. I use it mostly for like documentary stuff and like for pay-per-views. Though I gotta say, lately I can't even get through some of the pay-per-views. Like the last one was really bad. It was really bad. I think it was Elimination Chamber. It had 2 chamber matches, and oh yeah, no, yes, no. I love the Elimination Chamber. This was bad. It was really bad. How do we get on wrestling? Not that I mind. It's just like it's not usually a topic I get onto very often. 20 minutes from home base. Well, once they can like show wrestling stuff again, when people can go to it. I gotta watch that actually. I got the Ruthless Aggression stuff taped actually. On my PVR to check it out. Only watch, dude. Are you watching Raw right? Oh man, come on. The empty arena Raws. Ooh. I'm gonna guess that you watch them on on. What makes Bone Tomahawk a hard watch? Gore actually. Some pretty brutal brutality in there. Some pretty brutal gore, and I'm not even joking. Some pretty brutal stuff. They haven't said actually. I don't think. Not that I know. Like I haven't checked. My better half's a bigger wrestling fan. Like I was a big wrestling fan. Okay, my better half was a better. Like she knows more about it now than I do. Like she watches Cultaholic, which by the way, if you watch your wrestling channels, there's Cultaholic and Wrestle Talk tend to be the 2 big ones. Oh, promo work on that show was great. I didn't watch the show itself, but I did go back to see the promos. Do I like Vince Vaughn? I go back and forth on it. It's not good. I mean, but I like the concept of it. I like the concept of a director going back and making almost like a film school project, which is what Psycho really is. It's like a film school project on a big budget. Did you ever watch The Osbournes? I'm not a big reality TV show person, but I had a kind of a Kelly Osbourne's kind of cute, so I did see a couple episodes of that. I did watch this. I will begrudgingly admit I watched The Simple Life when it was on. The older stuff is what that's the key stuff, man. Up to the mid '80s now. And Kelly Osbourne is and it's just like she has a personality too. Um, she's way too young for me, but still, she's extremely cute. Uh, but TV wise, I'm finding I'm watching more now than I used to. I'm going through Smallville again. I'm at season 7. I'm almost finished season 7. It's so good, so freaking good. The best, like if you're gonna have to watch any streaming at all, and when you're not watching DVDs, Amazon Prime and Shutter right there. But I do tend to watch a lot of my DVDs, a lot of my Blu-rays. I've been trying to. I've been. I gotta say this. I'm trying to do an episode of After Dark, uh, called like you can easily go like cut the cord with TV. By the way, there's like so many different options, uh, much cheaper. Uh, and I do apologize. I've been going to do because I had a couple people ask me recently and message me and say, "Are you going to do another called Cinema After Dark episode?" Yeah, yes, I am. It's coming up. Um, I was doing one on the first 3, like on the Taboo series, right? The ones the K Parker Taboo films, and I'll eventually do that. It's just I got to be in the right mindset to actually sit down and watch them because there's a lot of like there's commentaries and there's and you just trying to take notes and see like get the whole thing down. But so it will be coming up eventually. There will be a Cult of Cinema After Dark episode, and it will like I'm doing one focusing on the Taboo series, like the early Taboo series, the ones that went to theater. Um, so yeah. So if anybody's still interested in that, let me know. It's just taking me a little bit of time to do it because it takes there's a lot of like kind of like research that actually goes into that stuff. It's not just watching the film. I got to like do a bit more research. Bird with Crystal Plumage. What do you think, Chris? Hulu, by the way, we don't have here in Canada, which I love. I loved Hulu when I had it. It was fantastic. I'm a big soap fan, so I had it back in the day that they had like that they brought back on My Children and Young the Restless, not Young the Restless, and Long Life to Live. Oh, Satan's Slave. I that excited about that one. It's an Indonesian film. Yeah, I got it through. I had to go through a lot of. I had to jump hoops and swim upstream to get it. But Satan's Slave, I definitely. Of course, it was remade, but I don't think I've seen the remake. But I'm excited about that. I'm excited about like definitely Strange Vice, Miss Ward. Actually, all 3 of them. Horror, Spider Island. Even though I don't like spiders that much, there's not really. This is kind of a cheesy one. I got to see the remake then. I love Desperate Housewives, and I like Devious Maids too. So if you watch Desperate Housewives and you never saw the series Devious Maids, watch it because if you like Desperate Housewives, you're gonna love Devious Maids. I had to play Clark Kent in Smallville. Refused to wear it. So they had to CGI him. Well, see, originally, and it wasn't really him. At like the initial people that did Smallville had a rule, right? So no flights, no tights. That was the rule. They'd go through his character, but no, they didn't do it. And I think when it got to the last one, they didn't have a good suit, or like he didn't. It just didn't work for him. And he'd been pretty much told all through, no, you're not going to fly, you're not going to use a suit, you're not going to fly, you're not going to use a suit. no, no, this is what we're going to go for. We're not going to do this. So by the time you get to like the 10th season, and he's like, well, 6 seasons I've been told, no, don't fly, don't use a suit. I can kind of see it. Well, it was his first one. Like it was his for like Deep Red, Tenebrae, like after he did like a lot of stuff before then. Tom Welling is amazing as Clark, and what's really cool is like if you go through the series, and in the early season you get to see like John Schneider as Jonathan Kent, and the way he kind of struggles, and is frustrated with trying to get Clark kind of to do the right thing and not be too hot-headed. So you get to this season 7, and Kara comes in, like Supergirl basically, and Tom Welling is like, he gets to do the role reversal, and it's so refreshing, because all of a sudden Kara is like this super like hot-headed character, and he's the Jonathan Kent type. Reeves did come back. He played Virgil Swan in I think it was season 2. He unfortunately passed away, so they had Margaret Kidder come in like to play his assistant, and I think it was season 7 they brought in a girl to play his daughter, who got killed off really quickly because they were kind of killing off they were like at that point they were like bringing Lex to this like point of no return. Dean Cain actually was in an episode of I think season 6 of Smallville, and he played Vandal Savage. Actually, I don't think he was ever called Vandal Savage, but he played it. Oh, excellent. Okay, Dave, let it run. Thank you, Dave. Just has anyone's interested in Vice Academy 1 to 3 from Vinegar Syndrome, down 18 copies. So and I mentioned this on here, not on here, I think, but I mentioned on my Instagram and on my Twitter, that VSAs, if you do not get a VSA when it's in print, they're not ones that are coming out without a box. They're not in a poster. They're not coming out again. VSAs are strictly limited to the VSAs. And I do recommend Vice Academy. It's really cool. They're really fun. They're cheesy. They're just, and at a time like this, right now when things are all like stressy and stuff, Vice Academy series is just fun, and it's just what Dean Cain. Yeah, he had a much bigger part on Supergirl actually. Yeah, get some Vice Academy. I will even help convince you. There's 18 copies of Vice Academy left. You want to see? Here, hold on. Let's do this. Let's do this right. Vice Academy. Should you pick it up? This is Vice Academy. This is one side of Vice Academy, 1 to 3. This is the other side of Vice Academy 1 to 3. Ginger Lynn, Linnea Quigley. Excellent. Not only that, wait. So you take it out. It is hand numbered. So when you get one, they are hand numbered. Mine is 608. You get all 3 Vice Academy films on 2 discs. I have the original cuts of 2 of the Star Wars films, but not the 3rd one. But I don't remember which 2 they are. What else should you get for free shipping? Oh, I don't know. How much do you have? And not only that, let me even sell it to you more, Chris. Look at the size of the poster. Isn't that awesome? Every single VSA has a huge poster inside it. How much do you need for free shipping? Because I'm guessing you're in the US, Chris. So I'm guessing it's $50, right? So one more title. Have you got anything from them recently? This isn't your first Vincent release, is it? I would say Evil Town, but sold out. But I will show Angel Trilogy. Well, it's a bit pricier, but yeah, if you got the bones to get it. The Angel Trilogy was a great set. depending on how much you're trying to spend. That's the thing. If you're not spending, if you just want to get one title, then we'll look at some other stuff. But this is the Angel Trilogy set. Extremely well done. Great set. But if you're just looking at ones, just say money's limited, then he put out some great ones. I'm not sure which ones are still available with like. Trying to work your way through. Well, that's a decent release. If you got Spookies, if you don't have Spookies, great release with like great documentaries on there. That's a pretty cool one. I always swear by a Woman's Torment. You know that. And Incubus, again, is another fantastic film. I know that Penitentiary 2 is getting low. The last time I looked, if they even still have it. There's I like Berserker. I'm not sure if you will or not, but I like Berserker. Let's see. The Norman J. Warren ones are good, especially Bloody New Year and Prey. But Blood Harvest. Blood Harvest is cool, and I mean it's not for everybody, but I did like Blood Harvest. So cool on you for like recommending a movie, even though that wasn't really your bag. That takes props, special props for that. Star Time's a weird one. I don't know if I recommend Star Time for everybody or not, but I liked it. It really depends on what you're into, what type you want to get right now. Because because there's so much. I mean, there's so much good stuff there. Like adult films, Mascara was actually really good. Spookies, dude. Spookies is fun. Hold on. I keep switching the covers back and forth. So this is one of the two covers for Spookies that I keep switching back and forth. So this is Spookies. Let me just take that. This is an insane film, in a good way. Now, aside from having like the film, which is kind of nuts and totally weird, I do have Blue Vengeance, but I don't know if I watched that one yet or not, actually. It's got a full-length, hour-and-a-half long documentary on, almost 2 hour long documentary on the making of Spookies, or they call it the unmaking of Spookies. And it has an over 2 hour long documentary on VIPCO as well. So definitely, they're worth checking out. Well, I'm one of your YouTube friends, Hope Kubrick. It's definitely worth checking out. Spookies is a great release. Great features on it, like some of the best features. There's nothing out there as well. There's something out there as a great features on it as well. I got to move this over here because this is way too tight, and I don't want my slip covers get damaged. But there you go, Chris. Those are some things that you can pick up. Like just choose the one that you like the most. But if you want to get the Nine Lives one, get the Nine Lives one. I thought about getting it because I'm a huge Abel Ferreira fan. I just wish that wasn't the title of it. I wish it would have been like, maybe if you turned around, maybe there's an alternate title. That's why I haven't picked up. That's legitimately the reason that I haven't picked out the movie yet. Because I too am an Abel Ferreira fan. How do I organize my collection? By company usually. For Vinegar Syndrome, it makes it really easy because they're all numbered, right? So I'll do like numbered slip covers, then I'll do numbered regular, and then I'll do special editions like the 5 films, 5 years, the VSAs, and the box sets. So that's how I normally do it there. That's kind of my deal there. I gotta watch Blues Vengeance soon, actually. There's a few that I'm gonna watch and gonna review. Is there a cheap version of 1 and 2 Disney on Blu? I don't think so. Let me know what you think. I find the Cursed Collection, I find them all fun. Some people say the third one is kind of the one they don't like the most. By Country of Origin. I couldn't do that because it would just take me too long. And you must have way more. You're way better than I am. I just put them by. I gotta have them. I gotta have I gotta have all those like Vinegar Syndrome, like labels together. Yeah, I just go nuts if I don't. Abel Ferreira is fantastic with stuff he does. Let me know what you think of the film, by the way, if you get it, because I don't think I've seen Nine Lives. alphabetical order. So there we go. Again, it's that time again, guys. My phone is almost dead. And I came back here to do exactly what I wanted to do, and I'm so glad that I did. So we did a 125-minute long video tonight. And my voice lasted. I'm super proud of that. But I told you guys earlier when my voice was going, I promised I was going to try and make it back here. I was going to hopefully make a more awesome video, even more awesome video than I did earlier on tonight. Hopefully I succeeded with that. So I did my best. Anyway, it is that time. If you haven't watched the other video, please, watch. If you like these videos and you're on, like, you have a Twitter machine, and share them out sometime. I'm Aaron. This is my movie library. You are the call to cinema, and like Brian just said right then, you all rock. I'll be doing my horror collection video coming up again tomorrow. I'll be starting that one, and I will be doing a podcast one as well coming up soon, where I'm going to talk about some of my favorite podcasts, and I'll even talk about the podcast that I plan to do in the near future. See you later, because right now for me, Bruno needs some water, and it is time for tea.